the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pull out my spirit. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rikakodash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the icon that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And I'm coming at you with a quick riding talk. And in today's lesson, as I started out with that scripture, is going into that the Lord has poured out his spirit upon all flesh. All right, because we understand, according to the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Let me get it real quick. All right, chapter 1. Just to go into what I'm saying, by the Lord have poured this spirit out on all flesh. All right, now we got to understand that. Have the Lord poured the spirit out on the heathens before? Yes. All right, but you have to get the thorough understanding of what's the cause or the reason of the Lord pouring this spirit out on those vessels. All right, those vessels that was called to be unclean. You see? But I'm explaining in the video. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 7. For the spirit of the Lord filleth the world. You see? So the spirit of the Lord filleth the world. All right, what do the world contain? It contain not only just what is Israelites, which is his chosen people, but it also contain what? All other 17 nations of heathens, man. All right, and that which containeth all things had knowledge of the voice. Now, the world which contain all things, or all people, have knowledge of the law voice. That's why you got whistleblowers. All right, yeah, the Lord have put the spirit on the heathens to speak the truth. All right, just to go back to Joel 2 and 29. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaid in those days will I pull out my spirit. And we're in those days, whether you know, the servants and the handmaids, which is you know, Jake is a servant and a handmaid too, man. But my angle to this video is pretty much dealing with even the other nations, all right, declaring the workings or the comings of the Lord, man. All right, because you got a lot of people, all right, even you got E, all right, you got a lot of people coming forward, and you know, giving their virgins, and some things they're right on, all right, but the prophets is 100% correct, all right, concerning the things that's coming. You see, but these other nations is also what? Helping the woman, man. All right, the earth is, you can liken it to helping the woman, but we know that goes into when Israel flee, all right, into, you know, into Africa, all right, for us escaping. But the facts, all right, that we get from, you know, different sources and you know, whistleblowers, you know, different type of people, these you know, you know, the Aaron Russo, you know, different people like that, man. Also, what helps the woman, man. All right, which the Father could do whatever he want, man, with his vessels. All right, let's prove that, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, man. It should cause his own tongue to fall on itself, man. All right, if Satan be divided against Satan, all right, that's the Lord pouring out his spirit, man. All right. The Lord's spirit is way above, you know, what we for the Lord's thoughts is not our thoughts, and his ways is not our ways, man. So you got to understand that. This was in Solomon 15. Maybe 17 and 15. So let me see. It's 15 and 7, Salaki. It says, for the potter, tempering soft earth, fashioning every vessel with much labor for our service. Yea, of the same clay he maketh both the vessel that serve for clean use, and likewise also such as serve for the contrary. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge, and the Lord is the potter, all right? We the clay. So he can fashion a man or people to say whatever he wants them to say concerning his will, all right? It tells you in Proverbs 16 and 33, all right? And the whole thing is about, you know, just the whistleblowers and, you know, the earth pretty much helping the woman, man, as well, all right? And the Lord can allow, yes, the Lord can allow heathens to help the righteous, man. He have always did it in several accounts, all right? You got Rahab the harlot. You know, you got different accounts where you got Balak, which I'm gonna bring that up real quick as soon as I bring this Proverb 13 up. Proverbs 16, bear with me. All right, 16 and 33. It says, the lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. So yeah, man, that's pretty much a lot. All right, it's cast into the lap, which is in the midst, which is the spirit of that person, and the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. So the things that the Lord disposed in and out of a man's spirit, it coming of him, man. All right, period. So now he gave Balak a prophecy. Let me get that right. This is Numbers 24, and you're gonna say that the Lord don't do what he won't. All right. But Balaam, Salakia. This is Numbers 24 and 1. And when Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord Yahweh to bless Israel, he went not as at other times, Salakia, to seek for enchantments, but he set his face toward the wilderness. And Balaam lifted up his eyes, and he saw Israel abiding in his tents according to their tribes. And the Spirit of God came upon him. Now let's see who Balaam was. And he took up this parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, has said, and the man whose eyes are open has said. Now let's see. All right. Let's see who Balaam is right here. All right. Because again, the Lord can pull out his spirit upon whatever flesh he wants. All flesh Salaki. Come on. If the Lord couldn't use his flesh to how he wanted to use it, he would have never created it, man. No matter what it is, man. All right. He do use heathens to fulfill his will. All right. They may play a role. They may play a role going against their natural state or what they may do. All right, if the Lord have put a change of heart in them, man. Did not he change Nebuchadnezzar's heart from a beast to a man? And then Nebuchadnezzar said, you know, your Lord is the true Lord. All right. So just the power of the Lord alone, you know, should let you know. Is that the Moabite king? Balaam, not of the people. You see? The son of Beor, a man endowed with the gift of prophecy. All right? Let me see. I think here, Moab king. I think he was the king of Moab at the time. But he gave him a prophecy, man. All right? Let's see what Beor said. Burning. Yeah. Father of Bela, king of Edom. You see? All right. Was it I'm trying to see if it was Moabite. I thought it was a Moabite. Bear with me, Salakia. I may have had it switched up. So I mean, you know, probably had it backwards, all right. It's all good. But it says, he has said, which heard the words of God, which saw in a vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. how goodly are thy tents, O Jacob, and tabernacles, O Israel. All right. And Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam, and he smote his hands together. And Balak said unto Balaam, I called thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast altogether blessed them these 3 times. You see? See, he crouched and he lay down as a lion, and as a great lion, or shall stir him up. Blessed is he that blesseth thee, cursed is he that curseth thee. All right? This kind of make sure I'm in the right He saw Yahushua coming out, but this 15. And he took up this parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, has said, and the man whose eyes are open has said, he had said, which heard the words of our power and knew the knowledge of the Most High. You see, that which contains knoweth the voice. All right, which saw the vision of the Almighty fall into the trance by having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not now. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and smite the corners of Moab, and destroy the children of Sheth. You see? So, that was the point. All right? So, the Lord's Spirit working in all things, man. All right? The Lord's Spirit working in all things, man. All right? Balaam was a non-Israelite prophet. All right? Balak was the king of Moab, Salaki, all right? But, all right, we had the vision on our people. But again, the Lord had them pulled this spirit out, man, upon, you know, upon these men. And the Lord is showing his power by doing that, man, all right? You know, he's putting a spirit upon, you know, a lot of these Edomite whistleblowers and, you know, particular people. All right, it was I forget the dude name, and I think he was in Russia. Snowden, Eric Snowden. All right, and you got a lot of TikTok. You know, you got a lot of people just coming out, and ultimately, you got a lot of people just coming out. Okay, just, you know, just calling things out, man. All right, that's all, you know, in articles, news articles, and different news outlets. All right, you got all that to where the Lord is just pouring his spirit out, man, and it's evident. All right, of course, you know, the young men shall see dreams. You got the prophets and the men. You even got relatives of the men. You got daughters and children of the men of the Lord. Just you know, the spirit just oozing off them, man. All right, the Lord's Spirit is heavy in the earth right now, man. And I ain't, you know, whether it's, you know, whether the Lord again use, you know, use the Spirit in whatever manner or whatever way he sees or fits best. All right, and it's, you know, it's solely on the Lord, man. But we got to give the Lord credibility, man, because the Lord is sitting on his throne, man, and he's really making this thing come full circle for us, man. All right. The Spirit of the Lord is evident, man. It's obvious. There's no way to hide from it, man. There's nowhere to go from it. All right? You go to the ends of the earth, the Lord's Spirit gonna meet you over there, man. All right? The Lord is the author of all things, man. All right? He's the finisher. He's the beginner. He's the Alpha, the Omega. All right? And we can't wait, all right, until those things be fulfilled, which the Spirit of the Lord have given us out here to, you know, inherit the kingdom of heaven. All right, we just, you know, Abaratazah, we could just maintain that, you know, keep that knowledge of the voice, all right, which are the angels, all right, because when it says, you know, curse not the king in his chamber, or the rich in their bed chambers, man, because the birds of the air, you know, take the knowledge. They that have wings, get knowledge of the words. All right. So the angels is working for the Lord in a major way, man. All right. They're working on the minds of the heathens. All right. To what? Ultimately fulfill the Lord's, the word of the Lord, man. Okay. That he be not what? Made a liar, man. All right. And our power, okay, who is the power of all things, all right, of all things, all right, whether in earth, whether in heaven, all right, wherever, okay, he's the one orchestrating everything, man, all right, from every person to Biden to any person, a vessel you see, all right, the Lord is planting thoughts in their minds, all right, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Matter of fact, let me get that right. So that's how you know the Lord is in what? In all our thoughts. All right. This is Proverbs 16:1. The preparations of the heart and mind and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. So, yeah. So who you think prepping the hearts of men? All right. It tell you in Wisdom of Solomon. One, and I'll get out of here with this. All right, because there was more I wanted to get in that Wisdom of Solomon, but I kind of was jumping around. And again, I'm on this thing. So, just thank the Lord for that, man. All right, because again, the powers that be are ordained of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. He had the king's minds like the rivers of waters, and he changing them whatsoever he pleased, man. All right, this Wisdom of Solomon 1. I start from the top. It's all good. All right, it says, love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. All right. And it's a righteous thing when the Lord pour out his spirit upon those of the nations, right? To forward the will, to usher in our kingdom, man. All right. If he do it, he's doing it for what? The sake of Yasha Allah, man. All right. And the Lord don't, the Lord is not, he's unorthodox. All right. He'll cause things to happen in a way we probably least expected it, man. But hey, nonetheless, he's dramatic as well. It says, love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. Never would he. Let me get that. Let's prove that, man. Yeah. Wisdom of Solomon 11:24. For thou lovest all things that are, and abhorrest nothing which thou hast made. Now you got to get the understanding of that. All right? Because one will say, oh, see, the Lord don't hate that. You got to go in there and thoroughly get the understanding. You got to read up a couple precepts and even start in the next chapter, man. All right? For never wouldest thou have made anything if thou hast hated it, because he used it to his uses. All right? Even if he made the thing to hate, is still used, which is his sword, is still used, all right, to him for, yeah, it's to the righteous for their good, all right, to chastise the righteous, all right. So still in all, the Lord still, all right, is justified in what he do, all right. Do not he use the wicked for his sword? You see? So these things are again, you got to have the knowledge of these things. Yep. Well, I'll read one up. But thou hast mercy upon all. What that mean? All right. Now you know he's the E was the only person that couldn't receive repentance. So do we have mercy on that? And remember, the scriptures don't contradict itself. So again, you have to read with what? Understanding. It says for Wisdom of Solomon 11:23. But thou hast mercy upon all, for thou canst do all things. You see, which is the premise of the scriptures. Doest all things. If he won't pour his spirit upon other flesh, he can do that. All right. Oh, well, the Lord ain't wrong. He don't deal with the other need. He don't do. Man, come on. You got to think about it. It says, and wink is at the sins of men, because they should amend. It says, for thou lovest all things that are, and abhorrest nothing which thou hast made. All right. Because whenever he created whatever he created, he saw that it was good. right? The day that the Lord created the Edomites, he saw that it was good to the use and the will of him. All right? It says, for thou hast made. For never wouldest thou have made anything if thou hast hated it. And how could anything have been endured if it had not been thy will, or been preserved if not called by thee? But thou sparest all, for they are thine, O Lord, thou lover of souls. You see? And remember, I read that the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. All right? The lot is cast into the lap. And that's how you get the understanding of that, man. And see why the Lord can pour his spirit upon all flesh. All right? You know, just to get the thorough understanding on that. All right? Well, why the Lord, well, what are you doing that for? Why would he do that? Yeah, it's to fulfill his will, man. To get his word carried across, man. All right? You're not going to understand it because remember, the Lord's ways is not our ways and his thoughts is not our thoughts. The way that he do things is not indicative to how we see things. You see? But this back in Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 2. For we will be found of them that tempt him not, and showed himself unto such as do not distrust him. For forward thoughts separate from our power. See, when you got forward thoughts, you ain't gonna be able to understand, all right, you know, the Lord and the way that he do things, all right, or why he's doing things. And his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise. For until malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter. All right? Nor dwell in the body that is subject to sin. And we know the wicked, other nations is subject to sin. They off. All right? It says, read 6. For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquit a bad theme of his words. For God is witness of his reins, and a true beholder of his heart, and the hearer of his tongue. You see? So he's the beholder of a man's life and the hearer of his tongue, which he give the man his words and thoughts to do. So you can't say the word of the Lord is defiled because it came through or from a vessel of unrighteousness. You see? A vessel that was made into what? You know, that vessel of uncleanness, man. All right? Again, can a clean thing come out of an unclean thing? No, not one. All right? But the Lord can pass his word through an unclean vessel, because it ain't, again, what go in a man that defile him is what come out. All right? And the Lord's word is undefiled. All right? So whatever he uses or whatever vessel he used to get his word across, saying that if it's of the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and I use them as prophecies. I mean, the prophecy of Balaam, Balak. Okay, all right. It was the Lord was justified in what he did, man. All right, regardless to what regardless to how you may view it and look at it, man. All right, the Lord is the judge. He's the rule. He's running the show. All right, we're just the pieces, man. All right, he move us as he deemed fit and like, man. All right, so Abba Ratazah, that was edifying, man. Till the next time, I'm gonna say shalom.